behind the perfect rhythm and viral smiles lies a moment Sina nearly vanished from the internet forever. In the world of viral musicians, few stories hit quite as hard as Sina Duering's, known globally as Sina Drums. Millions recognize her for her precise covers of classic rock anthems, her calm stage presence, and her consistent rise as one of YouTube's most beloved independent musicians. But what most fans don't know is this. At one point, Sina almost gave it all up. Not because of a scandal, not due to failure, but because success itself came with an emotional cost too heavy to bear. In a world that thrives on constant content, where algorithms reward noise and pace over peace and passion, Sina found herself quietly drowning in expectations she never asked for. Her journey from a musical home in Germany to the global spotlight might seem like a dream, but buried beneath it were sleepless nights, silent breakdowns, and a haunting question. Was the spotlight worth the sacrifice? Before the world ever saw her play Rush or the Police on a pristine drum kit, Sina was just a shy girl who wanted to play music in peace. But peace, in the age of online fame, is a luxury no viral star gets to keep for long. And Sina was about to find out just how quickly passion can turn into pressure, and how easily applause can mask anxiety. Sina was born to a musician's dream, but that dream didn't include being seen. From her earliest days, Sina was surrounded by melody. Her father, Michael Duering, was a professional bassist and producer with a home studio that would shape her world. Music was the family language, but unlike many performers who crave the spotlight from childhood, Sina was different. She didn't seek the center of attention. In fact, she often avoided it. And from a small voice inside whispering, "Don't let one shadow eclipse all your light." The calmest performers often fight the loudest battles off stage. Scroll through Sina's channel and you'll see the same thing. Clean studio, warm lighting, and a soft-spoken girl behind the drums, grinning after every solo. What fans don't see is the hours she spent talking herself into filming. Behind that smile is a battle few people knew existed. Panic attacks before recording, fear of judgment, and long nights doubting whether she belonged on that platform. Sina is not the extroverted influencer many expect from someone with her numbers. She doesn't thrive on attention. In fact, she has said privately that being perceived constantly is one of the hardest parts of being a creator. Her soft energy was never an act, it was a survival mechanism. To keep creating, she had to protect her peace. Sometimes that meant disappearing for weeks. Sometimes it meant smiling through inner chaos. Only a few close friends knew the truth. Every video was a personal victory over anxiety. Sina's success wasn't loud. It was quiet, deliberate, and often painful, and that made it all the more remarkable. In an age of selling out, Sina said no, again and again. As Sina's influence grew, so did the offers. Music labels, PR firms, influencer agencies, they all wanted a piece of her. Some offered sponsorship deals. Others wanted to transform her into a full-time brand. But Sina didn't bite. Her audience might have exploded, but her principles stayed rooted. She turned down offers that didn't align with her values, especially ones that would force her to shift her focus from music to marketing. She was never in it for clicks, she was in it for the craft. Even as friends and collaborators leaned into trends, Sina stayed in her lane, often refusing to compromise her style for viral formats. She was well aware of what she was leaving on the table: fame, fortune, visibility. But she also knew what she was protecting: her passion. And for Sina, that mattered more than any brand deal. She chose authenticity over algorithms, a radical act in a world where even creativity is often optimized for profit. And while some saw her decisions as missed opportunities, Sina saw them as the only way to survive in a space that often asks too much and gives too little. It wasn't applause that saved her, it was connection. As Sina's YouTube following ballooned, so did the pressure. But something unexpected happened along the way. Her fans became more than viewers. Through platforms like Patreon and Discord, Sina built a smaller, tighter-knit circle where she could finally exhale. It wasn't just about funding anymore, it was about community. Letters started arriving. Messages from young girls inspired to take up drumming. Stories from fans battling illness or grief who found solace in her rhythm. One fan, undergoing chemotherapy, said Sina's videos gave her a reason to get out of bed. For the first time, Sina began to understand her true impact, not as a content creator but as a source of comfort. The digital world that once overwhelmed her started to feel like a support system. Her audience wasn't demanding anymore. They were protecting her, encouraging her to rest, to take breaks, to play for joy again. In that circle, Sina rediscovered something vital. Music doesn't need millions. It only needs meaning. And with her fans, she finally found it. Even with growth, the fear of burning out never fully disappears. In recent years, Sina has begun expanding her musical journey. She's collaborating more, producing original music, and even relocated to London to explore new creative avenues. On the surface, it looks like a new chapter, but Sina knows the past still lingers. The pressure to perform, to post, to please, it's still there, whispering behind every new project. While she's learned to manage it better, setting boundaries and stepping back when needed, the risk remains. Burnout doesn't vanish, it sleeps. And for someone as sensitive and self-aware as Sina, staying ahead of it requires constant vigilance. The music industry still tempts her with big stage offers, but Sina continues to walk her own rhythm. She'd rather produce one meaningful project a year than 20 forgettable ones. This chapter of her life is about balance, not just playing drums, but playing life on her own terms. And while it's not always easy, it's honest. Sina's not chasing trends, she's chasing truth. And that might be the bravest beat of all. One silent vanishing act almost became permanent, until one email changed everything. Shortly before releasing her widely praised Best of Classic Rock compilation, Sina suddenly went silent. For 3 weeks, no uploads, no updates, no social media presence. Fans noticed. Whispers started, was she okay? Was this the end? Behind the scenes, Sina was in emotional retreat. According to those close to her, she seriously considered deleting everything. No farewell post, no drama, just silence. The years of quiet pressure had built to a breaking point. She felt drained, disconnected, uncertain whether the joy of drumming was even real anymore. And then, amid the fog, one email landed in her inbox. A message from a 12-year-old girl who had just started learning drums because of Sina. The girl's note was simple. "I play because you look so calm. You make me feel brave." That single sentence shattered the doubt. Sina broke down, and then she picked up the sticks again. That moment didn't just save her channel, it saved her purpose. Because Sina realized her silence could help someone's voice emerge. And that, above all else, made the noise worth it. Her heartbreak didn't stop her rhythm, it redefined it. Sina Drums isn't just a story of viral success. It's a story of resistance, of quiet defiance in a world that rewards loudness, of a young woman who almost gave up, not because she failed, but because she felt too much. Her heartbreak didn't destroy her, it became part of her music. Today, her rhythm carries not just notes, but narratives. Every snare hit, every crash cymbal, every pause, it all tells a deeper story. And behind it is a person who chose to stay, not because it was easy, but because it was meaningful. Her journey reminds us that success isn't always loud and survival isn't always visible. Sina's beat goes on, not because